Somebody seems to have forgotten that they're currently supposed to be on a book buying ban, so here are the 9 books that I've broken it for. First up is Demon Copperhead, which I actually found secondhand while I was in Here on Why. I've been wanting to pick this up for ages because I see it likened to Douglas Stewart's books a lot, Young Mungo and Shuggy Bane. It seems to have a lot of the same themes. It's about a young boy navigating extreme poverty, difficult family dynamics, and grappling with his identity, so I feel like this is definitely going to be a book that I love. And then next up was Strange Houses, which I also found secondhand while I was in Here on Why, and I have already read this one. I didn't love it though, I was excited to read it. Basically a murder mystery that is solved through floor plans of a house and conversations that the author has, but found it really convoluted and just overly complicated and not that clever. But I have heard that Strange Pictures, which is a similar book from the same author, is a lot better, so I'll see if I prefer it. And then the next book I picked up was In Memoriam, and I got this from the indie queer bookshop Gay on Why while I was in Here on Why. A girl was buying A Little Life and she said she was buying it because she'd read this and liked it, and somebody had told her that A Little Life is similar, and I enjoyed A Little Life. I know, controversial, but I took that to mean I would really enjoy this one. And then I'm making an effort to read more non-fiction this year, so I picked up Our Buddies Their Battlefield, What War Does to Women. I'm very into more journalistic books. I have a journalism degree, and as much as it's going to be eye-opening in the worst way possible, I do feel like it's important to read books like this to understand what life is like for other women in situations that I could never dream of. And next is another book that I've been thinking about picking up for a while, and this is The Vegetarian. It's about a woman in Korea who up to this point had been a submissive, perfect wife in her husband's eyes. Then one day she just decides to stop eating meat, and then her whole life just unravels from there in ways that I was definitely not expecting. I thought it was a really interesting book and a quick read, would highly recommend. The next book I bought was Fundamentally, and I got this from Waterstones with a gift card that my friend kindly bought me to cheer me up, so thanks to Anna for this one. I haven't read it yet, but I am really looking forward to it, although one of the reviews on the front says Bridget Jones in Iraq, which is interesting. The blurb doesn't really give that to me, but it says Nadia is an academic who's been dumped by her girlfriend and disowned by her puritanical mother. Instead of going to therapy, she decides to accept a UN job rehabilitating ISIS women in Iraq. Sarah is a sweary East Londoner who joined ISIS at just 15. Nadia feels inexplicably drawn to her, and as it turns out, they have a lot in common. That is, until a secret confession from Sarah threatens everything Nadia has been working for. Sounds good to me. And the next book I bought was Bellies, and I bought this strictly because I saw Charlotte Michelle recommend it. A blurb says, it begins as a typical boy meets boy. Tom and Ming meet on a night out at university and fall hard for each other. It's not long before they are planning a future and building a life. Then Ming announces her intention to transition. As Tom and Ming both face shifts in their relationship and confront the vastly different shapes their lives have taken, they must both ask if it is worth losing a part of themselves or each other to become the people they want to be. Again, I'm very much looking forward to reading that one. And then this one I was really excited to read, and I have already read it. It is The Correspondent. Basically, it follows the life of Sybil, an elderly woman who conducts her entire life through letters. And through those letters, you kind of learn more about the complexities of her character, her past, her family dynamics. Big fan. But I also picked up Favorita. It was definitely the cover that caught my attention, but the blurb sounds really good too. But it says, brash and obnoxious, Fila's mother Magdalena caused chaos every time she appeared in her daughter's life. Then one day, Fila picks up her grandmother's telephone to a voice telling her that her mother is dead. And no matter what anyone says, the voice continues, she was murdered. Fila collects her mother's ashes and sets out, in tow, to retrace the whirlwind life of the woman last known as Favorita. Part hallucinatory road trip, part feminist revenge fantasy. Favorita will take your breath away. So yeah, these are all the books that I bought recently when I was meant to be on a book buying ban. And do I have any regrets? Not really. Okay. Love you. Bye.